Imagine stepping onto a ship with more than 300 other people, sailors, officers, passengers, all expecting to reach their destination. Then imagine this. The ship disappears. Not damaged, not abandoned, not found, just gone. No distress signal, no survivors, no wreckage, nothing. More than a century later, nobody knows exactly what happened, and that is why the disappearance of USS Cyclops remains one of the greatest mysteries in maritime history. In March of 1918, USS Cyclops was one of the largest ships in the United States Navy, stretching more than 500 feet in length. The massive vessel was designed to transport fuel and heavy cargo across the ocean. It was powerful, reliable, and considered essential to wartime operations. At least, that's what everyone believed. By early March, Cyclops had departed from Barbados carrying a cargo of manganese ore. Along with that cargo were 309 people, 309 lives, 309 families, 309 stories that would never reach their ending. The ship's destination was Baltimore, a journey that should have been routine. But Cyclops never arrived. At first, there was little concern. Ships were sometimes delayed by weather. Communication wasn't always reliable in 1918. But as days passed, concern turned into confusion. Then confusion turned into fear, because no messages ever arrived. No requests for help. No emergency transmissions. No indication that anything had gone wrong. It was as if the ship had simply vanished from the surface of the earth. And that's where the mystery truly begins. Ships sink. It happens. Storms destroy vessels. Mechanical failures occur. Human mistakes are made. But even when a ship is lost, it usually leaves something behind. Floating debris, a damaged lifeboat, a distress call, an oil slick, something, anything. USS Cyclops left absolutely nothing. Search efforts began. Investigators looked for clues. The Navy searched for answers, but the ocean remained silent. No wreckage was discovered. No bodies were recovered. No evidence pointed to a clear explanation. The Atlantic Ocean had swallowed an enormous ship and more than 300 people without leaving a single trace. And that raises an unsettling question. How does a vessel that large simply disappear? To understand why this mystery remains unsolved, we need to understand the dangers Cyclops faced. The Atlantic Ocean can be beautiful, but it can also be terrifying. Massive storms can form with little warning. Towering waves can rise higher than buildings. Powerful winds can toss ships like toys. If Cyclops encountered a severe storm, the consequences could have been catastrophic. A single rogue wave might have been enough to cripple the vessel. A violent storm could have flooded critical compartments. The ship could have gone down in a matter of minutes. But there's a problem with that theory. Storms usually leave evidence. Debris drifts, wood floats, lifeboats separate from sinking ships, yet nothing connected to USS Cyclops was ever found. Not one confirmed piece. Not one. And that is why many people began searching for other explanations. Over time, another possibility emerged. A possibility connected to one of the most famous regions on Earth, the Bermuda Triangle. The area generally associated with the Bermuda Triangle lies between Florida, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. For decades, stories have circulated about ships and aircraft disappearing under mysterious circumstances within this region. Compasses behaving strangely, vessels vanishing, aircraft never returning. Some believe USS Cyclops may have become one of the earliest and most famous victims linked to this area. Was there something unusual about these waters? Something that science still cannot explain? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. The truth is that the Bermuda Triangle remains highly controversial. Many scientists argue that the region is no more dangerous than other heavily traveled parts of the ocean. And yet, the mystery continues to capture the imagination of millions, because even if the Bermuda Triangle isn't responsible, the disappearance of USS Cyclops remains difficult to explain. So what do historians and investigators believe happened? Several theories have been proposed over the years. One of the most widely accepted theories involves the cargo itself. Cyclops was carrying thousands of tons of manganese ore. Manganese is extremely heavy. If the cargo shifted during rough seas, it could have destabilized the vessel. A sudden shift in weight might have caused the ship to list dangerously to one side. Once that process began, recovery may have been impossible. Another theory focuses on structural failure. Some reports suggest the ship may have already been experiencing mechanical problems before its final voyage. If critical structural components were weakened, rough seas could have placed enormous stress on the vessel. A catastrophic failure might have occurred without warning. The ship could have broken apart and sunk rapidly. Then there is the possibility of a combination of factors: heavy cargo, bad weather, mechanical issues. Individually, each problem might have been survivable. Together, they could have become deadly. But even these explanations leave important questions unanswered. Why was no wreckage found? Why was no distress signal sent? Why did a vessel carrying 309 people disappear so completely? Those questions continue to haunt investigators to this day. As technology improved, many hoped the mystery would finally be solved. After all, modern sonar systems can map vast areas of the ocean floor. Deep-sea exploration has revealed shipwrecks once thought impossible to locate. What do you think happened? Was it a powerful storm? A structural failure? A fatal cargo shift? Or something else entirely? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring ocean mysteries, lost ships, and unexplained events hidden beneath the waves, consider subscribing, because the next mystery may be even stranger.